another day as these frenemies battle to stay alive in the chase for a championship. Good luck. Northwest and the Southwest champions trying to make some headlines today. Florida has been the most dominant team so far this week in this tournament. 29 runs in 7 innings. They've advanced to Thursday, enjoying a couple of days off. North Carolina had a run rule win and also a one-run victory, the only one we've seen so far. And Kentucky off to a 2-0 start, made quick work of Connecticut last night. Their offense has truly come alive in North Carolina. Well, teams being eliminated today. 8 teams going at it. 4 will get sent home. 4 more and will play again tomorrow. Well, it's the first of 4 games today. Matt Schick alongside Jenny Dalton-Hill. Thrilled to get you started here. Jenny, for a lot of these young ladies, they've been playing together since 5, 6 years old. And for some of them, that journey will come to an end today.
It does. And when on elimination day, it's all about who can face elimination by staying loose and playing well, even though they know that if they lose, they go home.
Well, for Snohomish Little League out of Washington, they're not only looking for their first win of the week, they're looking for their first run.
They are. And Maddie Locke has been so good in the circle, but because she's been so good in the circle, she's allowed a lot of ball to be put in play. And with that, her defense needs to show up behind her today. Got 3 strikeouts in 104 pitches. She was right around 60% strikes in that first outing, but it's going to be up to her defense today.
Their opponent, Greater Helotes Little League out of Texas, was on the wrong side of the best game of the tournament so far, that 2-1 loss yesterday to North Carolina. But their loss is our gain, Jenny. We get to see Avery Cox again.
Avery Cox is just dynamic on both sides of the ball. And from her in the circle, she has the most velocity of any pitcher here at the tournament. She's throwing in the mid-60s, and she's that sword every time she gets a strikeout. She was able to dance around the zone and get a bunch of those Ks, but that's not where she shines the most. It's at the plate. Huge home run, the only out of the park home run here at the tournament so far, and it was a double sword for the big blast of Avery Cox.
She has homered in 4 of her last 5 games. Up next, Northwest and Southwest, Washington and Texas, a battle of survival next.
I'm Jocelyn Day, and my favorite athlete is Bree Ellis.
My name is Harlan Isley, and my favorite subject is art.
I'm Madison Tani, and my favorite athlete is Brian Wood. My name is Maddie Locke, and my favorite softball player is Megan Grant.
There's a lot of ability and power in this lineup from Snohomish Little League, but only Jocelyn Day and Harlan Nicely got hits the other day.
You're right, and this is a whole batting order that needs to show up today behind their pitcher Maddie Locke. They were unable to give her run support, and with that put a lot of pressure on the pitcher in the circle. Today need to get those bats going early.
And the pitcher in the circle that they will see is none other than Avery Cox, who threw 123 pitches yesterday.
13 strikeouts. I mean, this is a power pitcher from the circle, and maybe the biggest thing that needs to happen is development of a changeup or an off-speed pitch, because right now she is all power all the time, but it's working here at the Little League World Series. Curveball, fastball, those are her go-tos, but also uses the rise and screw. Has some uptail to most all of those pitches. She is hoping to use that sword a lot today.
Avery Cox in the circle and finds the zone and no bat. Jalea Wright 0 for 2 with a strikeout in Sunday's game against Florida. That was the first game of this tournament. Waves through that one.
With the way that Avery Cox has been throwing, she is so powerful, throwing with a ton of velocity, mid-60s, and that's unheard of here at the World Series. Nobody else throwing as hard as Avery Cox this year.
You see Wright in the very back of that box, trying to catch up to it, but cannot. And the first strikeout.
Well, that was an amazing first series, or first batter for Avery Cox. Started her in, got the strike, went out, stayed there, got the swing and miss. The first sword of the game as you see the ball going through the rain that's falling from the sky.
See the light drizzle here. There is rain expected throughout this early day. Just a matter of how heavy it becomes.
Yeah, this is playable, right? Like, this is a light drizzle. Yeah, you're going to get wet. Might not be a great hair day, but more than anything, we can still play through this, hoping that it just stays light.
If my hair gets messed up, I am out of here. The 1-0 to Locke.
Ball.
That is low.
Really good job by Maddie Locke to be able to keep composure and discipline on these pitches out of the zone after Avery Cox started with 3 straight strikes against her battery mate Jalea Wright at the top of the lineup.
Locke smacks this one to center field. Bailey Cox going back, and it's gone! A laser from Locke to dead center field. And Washington has its first run of the week.
Every player in the tournament is kind of mocking the sword of Avery Cox. What an absolute tank by Maddie Locke. This is a pitch left middle of the plate, and the reason she leaves it middle is because she fell behind 2-0. Maddie Locke ready. Look at that swing. Stayed back, hands through the ball, deep center. Out of here. Huge swing by Maddie Locke.
That's a way to get a run on the board for the Northwest Region champs. Maddie Locke putting that one over the fence, dead center field. And an emphatic start to this one.
Ball.
In their last game, Snohomish was the home team, and so they hit second. They started with a 3-run deficit, and with that, it added a lot of pressure to Maddie Locke in the circle to have to show up. Well, here helps herself out, puts a run on the board, and able to go out and pitch next inning with a lead for the first time in the World Series.
Maddie Locke, who gave up 14 runs, 8 earned in the circle, and was 0 for 2 at the plate on Sunday against Florida. Just lit a fire for this Washington team here in the first.
We saw some pitches get past Jackie Rubio yesterday. That one definitely a wild pitch. You wonder if the rain is starting to affect the grip of Avery Cox out there in the circle. But Jackie Rubio back there behind the plate, asked to be a catcher this year in the regular season, was a pitcher prior to that. So now putting on the gear and back behind the dish.
Jocelyn Day grounds out to Cox. Take another look at that home run from Maddie Locke. How about this? Celebrating, oh my goodness, and then the sheath of the sword, yes!
Oh, and to the camera. It's almost like her mom works in TV. I mean, Danielle Laurie, one of our cohorts here at ESPN, an analyst, watching little Laurie. Maddie Locke, big swing.
So 2 out of the park home runs that we have seen here this week have involved these 2 teams and today's starting pitchers. And by the way, Avery Cox leads off the bottom of the first.
Yeah, they've got their big bats at the top of the lineup, and with Snohomish, they struggled to put hits on the board in their opener. Lost that game in run rule fashion, 14-0. Just could not get anything going. Only 2 hits in their first game. Here today, already a big blast in the first inning.
Swing and a miss. Couple of sheaths for Avery Cox, but the big one was from Maddie Locke, who smacked it to center field over the fence and put an exclamation mark on this start for the Northwest Region champs. Was able to hit. Maddie Locke in the circle will face this Texas lineup.
Hi, my name is Lindley Reen, and my favorite athlete is Reese Atwood.
Hi, my name is Bailey Briseno, and my favorite food is corn.
Hi,
my name is Aaliyah Montemayor, and my favorite celebrity is Zendaya.
My name is Bailey Cox, and my favorite emoji is the crying emoji.
Hi, my name is Blakely Escalera, and my favorite athlete is Trinity Rodman.
I'm Jackie Rubin, my favorite band's the Beatles.
My name is Emily Trevino, and my favorite softball player is Tegan Kavan.
Hi, my name is Zoe Cavazos, and my favorite animal is a cat.
Hi, my name is Kennedy White, and my favorite emoji is a heart eyes.
My name is Esmeralda Cuevas, and my favorite holiday is Halloween.
My name is Aubrey Montez, and my favorite celebrity is Kevin Hart.
My name is Peyton Olivares, and my favorite animal are bats.
Hi, my name is Avery Cox, and my favorite sport to watch is basketball.
Those are the young ladies from Greater Helotes Little League, and Avery Cox will lead things off.
And at the top of the lineup, 1 through 6 had 3 hits on the day. It's the bottom of the lineup, 7 through 13, only able to get 1 hit out of those hitters. And so I think more than anything today, they don't face Avery Clark in the circle, but they've got another big pitcher, Maddie Locke, in the circle that they're going to have to go against, attack strikes, and make more things happen at the plate.
2 real hard throwers here, going toe-to-toe. Avery Cox at the plate, who would like nothing more than to deliver this one over the fence. After seeing her pitching counterpart do it to her in the top of the first inning. Avery Cox has made a habit of that. A home run in 4 of her last 5 games. Hit a home run in each of her 3 regional games. It's 2-0, and Cox looked like she called time. And it will be 1-0 here with no pitch. Avery Cox, the star of this team. Looks at another one. All right, so it is a walk.
When early in a ball game, you don't want to give the best hitter in the lineup the chance to change the score. And so while that seems like a tough 4-pitch walk, it's actually not a bad idea to have to attack the rest of the lineup, knowing that Cox is swinging the most powerful bat.
Ground ball back to Locke, looking to second. Little communication issue, and it was thrown to the second baseman right. Jocelyn Day could not get a glove on that at short, and it went to right, who was not on the bag.
And it's a good pitch, down and away, gets a nice ground ball to Locke, but then the communication between the defenders over there up the middle struggled to be able to tell who was supposed to take that. It looks as though her foot's on the bag. That would have been worth the challenge.
Hard to tell from that angle, but it was close enough for a look. But instead, it's 2 on and nobody out for Aubrey Montez. Montez 1 for 2 yesterday against North Carolina. Aggressive secondary lead there from Avery Cox at second base, but an 0-2 count here for Montez.
Well, and one thing Maddie Locke is doing better today is keeping the ball in the corners. I felt like her ball continued to leak back over the wide of the plate into very hittable zones. Today, really dancing on the outside of the plate.
Off speed just misses there from Locke, 1 and 2.
And that's a pretty off speed, and that's the difference between the 2 pitchers that we're seeing in the circle for these 2 teams today. Locke does have a change of speed, where Avery Cox, who stands at second right now, is a pitcher who just relies on straight velocity.
Montez with the toes on the chalk. That one inside. Runners go. A double steal. And they're both in there. Cox to third. Rubio to second.
And the best way you help out a batter at the in the box is making sure that you put pressure on the defense. So now with 2 runners in scoring position, the defense for Snohomish is going to have to be really tight to get the out and not allow a run.
3 and 2 now to Montez. Maddie Locke walked 2 batters in Sunday's loss. You walk the leadoff batter, Cox, here.
Ball.
And now walks the three-hole hitter, Montez, and Cox is going home. And the throw is late, and Cox crashes into the catcher and scores. Harlow nicely got hit hard as she was calling for the softball. Locke's throw home went high, and Cox is able to score. That was a design delay steal. Watch Cox here from third.
Matt, I don't know that Cox touched the plate on that slide. She came in hard and high with those legs, knowing that the catcher was going to be in the way. Oh, the foot did drag across it, but what a tough collision into nicely. Avery Cox, beautiful delay steal, but a very tough play at the plate.
Harlow nicely, who's been the stalwart behind the plate. One of those team leaders and Locke's battery mate for the last few seasons. You think about the connection between pitcher and catcher. And now nicely being tended to.
I mean, this really changes the look of this game if Nicely is unable to continue. Who else is going to be able to contain Maddie Locke out there in the circle and control the game back behind the plate? That's been Nicely's job for multiple years.
Ella Bowers also does catch here for this team as Nicely's grabbing her wrist. Has left elbow in pain as well. And that was a tough collision. Good on Cox to slide, but there was nothing she could do to avoid Nicely, who's the throw from Locke was high, and Nicely could not get out of the way.
Well, not only was the throw high, but it had pulled her up the third base line as well. So glad to see a little bit of a jog out of Nicely as she works out the result of that collision.
And the demands of the catching position, where how you receive it, can certainly put a strain on any injury that you might be able to play through at any other position. And now, by the way, it's 1-1. Cox has scored, and Rubio on that throw, on that delayed steal, goes to third, and Montez on the wild throw home goes to second. And home plate umpire Mitch Laponin signaling letting some practice pitches be thrown in to make sure that catcher Harlow Nicely can receive it.
When anytime you get hurt, you're a little bit slower to react because your body's protecting the area that got a little banged up. So in this moment, Maddie Locke likes to throw the ball all over in terms of trying to get the swing and miss of a batter at the plate.
I mean, she's grabbing her wrist as she's trying to warm up here.
I mean, Matt, she landed on that arm when her legs got taken out from under her, and so not only did it affect her legs with the hard slide and the hip, but also that receiving hand.
Well, this is toughness right here with Nicely trying to tough this out.
Ball.
Grabbing her right thigh and her left elbow as Kennedy White steps into the plate, who was 0 for 2 yesterday, hit .500 during regionals.
Obviously still ginger and tender back there behind the plate, but doing a good job of keeping her composure, receiving lock.
White fouls it off her foot. Harlow nicely, the rising 7th grader. Coach says the toughest kid they have. Got sick 3 times during the state championship game, and the team and coaches didn't even know it. They told her afterwards. She told the coaches. The 1-2 to Kennedy White. Woo! In there for a called strike 3, and that's a big one for Locke. Well, Harlow nicely able to receive these pitches from Locke. This was the fall here. She saw the ball late, and then the slide here just takes the legs out from under nicely, who lands on the cleat of Cox. And Cox did apologize. She did come and apologize too. Nicely. Some great sportsmanship there.
Well, the goal is not to cause